Hey everybody, how are you all doing? How are you all doing today? Ooh, let's see what's going on. Just getting my notes together. Alright guys, I've got the camera turned around this funny way again today, so I've got to get used to looking at the lens. So let's see who's going to come and join me on my live today in my Facebook group, exclusively in my Facebook group, okay? These lives are going out exclusively to my Facebook group, nowhere else. Oh, that's a lie. Guys, that's a lie. They will also be going to my YouTube channel. So, these videos, they're going out in my group and they'll also be going to my YouTube channel. So, I have to address both audiences, right? So, if you're joining me in my Facebook group and you are joining me live, then please hashtag live and let me know where you're joining me from. And if you're joining me on the replay, then please hashtag replay and let me know where you're joining me from. And also guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that thumbs up button and give me a like, okay? And if you feel like there's somebody who would get some type of value from this type of information, then please share the video with them. And you know, you can even invite them along to the group. If they DM me, you know, I can give them a little invite and get them into the group, okay? So guys, if you are joining me on my YouTube channel, guys, welcome. And welcome back. If you've already been here, you're already subscribed, thank you so much, truly appreciate you all. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, then welcome for the first time. And again, if you like this type of content, I want you to hit the thumbs up button for me. Share this video to somebody who you feel may get some value or it may help them, okay? And then also please subscribe to my channel. I would be so grateful because I am trying to build my community and I am grateful for all the beautiful souls who come here to join me. So subscribe to my channel, okay? And also hit that notification bell so that you will be one of the first people to be notified when my new videos go out. So I think I'm going to be uploading videos every Thursday, right? So yeah. That's it guys. So that's all the intros done. That's the intros done. Welcome, welcome, welcome if you're here joining me. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Guys, what are we talking about today? Today I want to share with you some of the morning rituals, or you can call them morning routines, you can call them habits or practices that are helping me to create the life that I want to live. It's helping me to raise my vibration so that I am energetically aligned to the things that I want, okay? So I call them my morning rituals because I do them in the morning, but to be fair, you can do them in the evening, you can do them throughout the day. It's just whatever suits you, whatever feels good to you, okay? So these rituals that I do is really more about focusing inwards, because a lot of the time, guys, we're so focused on what's going on the outside of ourselves. We kind of leave out focusing on the inwards, but what we need to be aware of is that our outer reality is really just a reflection of our inner reality. So if you find that you're not creating the things that you want in your life, if you know, in your personal life, you're not really fulfilled, you're not content, you're not happy and thriving in your professional life and in your business, if you're not content, fulfilled and thriving, then trust me, it's something that's missing on the inside, and that is why it's being reflected on the outside. So the more that we go inwards and do our inner work and build up ourselves inwardly, then that will then reflect outwardly. Okay, just remember guys, our outer reality really is just a reflection of our inner reality. So I have got some little notes here that you know I'm going to be kind of checking on. I've got a few people joining me online. Hi guys, before we get into it, let's see who I've got with me online. Somebody's saying hi, hello girl, she's got blonde hair. They're just showing me the little picture of you, but I can't see. Oh, it's Nicole. Hey, Nicole. How are you doing, lovely? Oh, thank you for joining me. It's great to have you here. We've got Sonia on the line. Hi, Sonia. We've got Krista. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me, okay? I hope you get some value from these little rituals, habits, practices, whatever you want to call them, that I'm going to share with you today, as I said, to help raise our energetic vibration. Okay, so doing the inner work really, as I said, is about being able to create the outer life that we want, whether that is something to do with your financial success, whether that is to do with your career, because you know you want to be the best in the world, right? Whether that's that, whether it's something to do with family, or whether it's just to do with, you know, you wanting to have that extreme achievement. Working on our inner world is what's going to help us to build and create that in our outer world, okay? So when we start to do this inner work, it really is about feminine energy. It's about nurturing our feminine energy. Now, gentlemen, I don't want you to shy away from this, because this is for you too, okay? It is about balancing the feminine and the masculine energy. Masculine energy is very outer, it's very outwards, very doing kind of energy, and the feminine energy is a very inwards energy. So it's all about focusing on that inner energy, the feminine energy, which is about nurturing, it's about loving, it's about surrendering. It's about, just being. Masculine energy is very doing. The feminine energy is very being. It's about softness. It's about flow. All those things is really about nurturing our feminine energy. And what I truly believe about these habits and rituals that I do is really about self-care acts. And I believe that our self-care acts are what build and build up into our self-love tank. And when our self-love tank is full and it's overflowing, now we can give that to other people. We can share that around, and the outer world starts to reflect that we've got so much love within. It's starting to be reflected on the outside, okay? So remember that our self-worth as well is in direct connection with our net worth, okay? So listen to me and say that again. Our self-worth is in direct connection with our net worth. So as we start building up our self-worth, we start building up our self-love tank by doing these self-care acts, we start to build our net worth, and things start to reflect on the outer what's going on the inside, guys, okay? So not only is this about boosting ourselves and boosting our own self-worth, it is about helping you to boost your productivity for your business, okay, in your professional life. It will just start to show in all areas of your life. So these self-care acts are really important, and as I said, it's about balancing our inner feminine energy with our masculine energy, okay? So let's move into it, okay? So guys, there's quite a few. There's 9. I've got 9, but there's actually a few more, right? And I do them all, but not on the same day, okay? And, there's some that are non-negotiable that I have to do every day. But as I go through them, I'll explain how I do it, okay? So the first thing that you want to do when you start doing these self-care acts is, as I said, it doesn't have to be in the morning. I just choose to do it in the morning, okay? It can be in the evening, it can be throughout the day. You just want to choose a time when you've got time for yourself, because this is all about self, okay? So you want to choose a time where you know you're not going to be disturbed, and you're going to get a bit of time for yourself, whether that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Do what you can. If it means you need to get up a little bit earlier in the morning so you get that time before the kids get up, before hubby gets up, whatever it is, do whatever you have to do so you can create that time for yourself, okay? Then what you want to do really is create a little space for yourself. With this space, it needs to be, your space where you go to do these little self-care acts. So you want it to be comfortable. You might choose a little corner of the room, or maybe you've got a whole room that you can use, a whole spare room that you can turn into your little sanctuary. At the moment, guys, because this is actually my temporary bedroom, and as I said, I will explain to you guys at some point, but not today, okay? But this is my temporary bedroom, so at the moment, I'm just using a windowsill. That is just my little altar. And so get a little comfortable space. Make sure it's, it's decluttered, because you want the energy to move through. And also, put in that space things that are also going to stimulate your senses. So for instance, on my little altar, my little space, I've got candles, I've got candles, I've got incense, I've got crystals, I've got, I can play a bit of music, things that are going to stimulate our senses, like incense oils and things like that, burning oils and stuff like that. So that's going to make you feel just really relaxed, and it's feeling like a really nice center, helping you to center yourself and feeling like a really nice space to work in, okay? So once you've done that and you've got yourself your nice little space, then you can start thinking about these rituals. So here we go. I'm going to share number 1. The first thing that I like to do when I wake up. So guys, when I wake up at 5 a.m. I am part of the 5 a.m. club, and I'm so proud to be part of that 5 a.m. club. And the reason why I like to wake up at that time is because that part of the day is so still. There's hardly any movement outside. Sometimes you can hear the birds out there tweeting and whatnot, but there's really very minimal movement. So it's a beautiful time for me to really connect with self, connect with the universe, connect with my whole spirit team. Okay, so I'm not saying that you have to get up at 5 a.m, but as I said, if you feel like you want to get up a little bit early to get some of these things done, do what feels good to you. It's really about what feels good. So it feels good to me to be in the 5 a.m. club. Okay, guys. Okay, so first thing I like to do is my prayers. So my prayers is a non-negotiable. That's something I have to do every single day. Because for me, I feel like my prayers are really about connecting with self and connecting with something that's bigger and more powerful than me, okay? Connecting with my higher self, connecting with source, and connecting with my whole spirit team, my ancestors, my angels, archangels, teachers, guides, masters, all of them. So when I do my prayers, it's about that connection, and it's about connecting to self as well. Okay. So what I've actually done is I've actually recorded my own prayer, and it's very personal to me. I'm not going to play it today. I'm not going to play it, but I've recorded a prayer. I've put a bit of music behind it, and that's what I listen to every morning. And when I listen, I just go inwards and just feel this sense of love and peace. And in that prayer, I also send out love to the whole planet. Everything that is living and breathing on this planet, I send love and light. So what I do is I literally feel the love building up in my chest, and then I expand it to the room that I'm sat in, and I expand it to the house and all the neighbours. I expand it again out to the community that's around me and the city that I'm in. I expand it again out to the country, and then I expand it across the whole earth plane. Okay, and that is what I do. That's my little thing to send out. I'm thinking of everybody, good, bad, don't care who you are. I'm sending you love and light. And so that's my prayers, and that's non-negotiable. Okay, and it really is about connecting to the unseen. Is why some people don't really feel comfortable with prayers, because it's like you can't see who you're praying to. You're praying to yourself. You're praying to that God energy that's within. That's why I focus my energies within. I don't focus my energies out there to some man sat in the sky. Focus. And this is personal to me. Just do whatever feels good to you. Okay, but prayers is something that is a non-negotiable for me. Okay, and I focus my energy inwards. Sorry guys, I can feel I've got a little bit of hair that's just really like it's really like tickling my ear and stuff. The next one, number 2, guys, is meditation and mindfulness. This again is a non-negotiable. It's something I have to do every day, and I don't sit there for half an hour. No, there's lots of different ways that you can meditate, but meditation and mindfulness is really good for our self-awareness. Just learn to start understanding us and understanding our thoughts and how our thoughts kind of operate, how they're moving within us, within our mind. So what meditation kind of does, it helps you to slow down your thoughts. You're never going to stop your thoughts. Okay, it's not about stopping your thoughts, killing your thoughts. That's not going to happen. But it's about slowing down the thoughts. We have 70,000 thoughts per day, or is it a little bit more, whatever. And the mind just doesn't stop with the thoughts. And so when you've got so much thoughts going around in your head, it's kind of hard to get clarity on your day, on your goals going forward. So for me, meditating just helps me to slow everything down so that I can, pick apart certain things and even get new ideas coming in, new downloads coming in that are going to help me throughout my day. If you've got so many thoughts just constantly going around in your head, it's going to be really hard for you to get those kind of downloads. So meditation is great for that. It's great for controlling our anxiety, to release anxiety. It's great for working with that. It's great for, as I said, slowing our thoughts. So it's great for our mental health, and it's also amazing for our emotional health because of our breathing as well. So it also can actually help you to overcome certain addictions. Okay, so meditation and mindfulness really is amazing for you to become more self-aware, because a lot of the time, guys, we're going through day to day, we're on autopilot, and we're just kind of doing the same thing, day in, day out, autopilot. But meditation and mindfulness kind of stops and brings you into the present moment and gets you to take accountability for, what you're going to do going forward, just giving you that clarity to go forward. Okay, I feel really weird because I'm looking over there, but I feel like the camera's there, guys. So let's see what we've got next. So yeah, And there are different types of meditations. You've got like your guided meditations for people who are just beginning. You know, you've got meditations where you can listen to binaural beats. Again, the binaural beats are ways of raising your vibration. They come in different frequencies to either help you to get rid of certain things or to help you build up more certain things within the self. Okay, there's transcendental meditations. Okay, there's just lots of different types of meditations, but if you're new to this, you'd start with like a beginner guided meditation. There's silent meditations, which are quite challenging because you really have to sit there with self, sit there with thoughts and learn to watch the thoughts move across without kind of interacting with your thoughts, which can be quite challenging. But the more you do it, obviously the better you get. And there's even things like walking meditations, guys, okay? So there's lots of different types of meditations that you can do. So again, for me, meditation is a non-negotiable. It's something that I do every day. Another one that is non-negotiable is my breath work. OMG, I've started doing this recently, but it's been absolutely amazing for me. So breath work, and I've put /EFT because that's something else that I've been doing, but it's not an everyday thing, but I'll put these two in the same box because they both kind of do the same thing. So it reduces and releases anxiety and stress, and even helps you to work with grief. So for those of you who know that I've recently lost my mother, I lost my uncle in the space of like 6 months. My aunt, my uncle, my mum, and another loss, a really dear person to me. You know, so I've been dealing with a lot of grief, and it has been quite intense. And so I think that's why the breath work's really been helping me. It helps you to work with trauma or fear that's stuck within the body. So it really is about releasing energy that's trapped in the body. Okay, so the breath work with EFT is great for people who have suffered with PTSD, anxiety and depression. You know, it's about moving this trapped energy in the body, releasing toxins, and it's kind of like building that self-love. It really does help to build self-love as well. So breath work for me is a non-negotiable. The EFT has been amazing. For those of you who don't know about EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's about tapping on certain points in the body that help to release the trapped energy that's within the body. So they've been amazing. So the next one that I do is exercise. So exercise is not so much a non-negotiable, but I do try to do at least 3 to 5 times a week. And it really is just about moving the body. So it doesn't mean say you have to go to the gym and do these vigorous workouts every day. No, guys, you just need to be able to move the body, whether that's walking, cycling, whether it's dancing, whether it's, you know, qigong, pilates, yoga, you know, whatever it is that feels good to you but is helping you to move your body. Again, this is to move around stagnant energy. Okay, remember, everything's energy, guys. Everything is energy. Raising our vibration is raising our energy, and so these little acts is what does that. And the other day I went into the gym, and all people kept saying to me is like, you look like you're glowing, like you look really different today. And it wasn't that what it was. I found a new meditation that I just really connected with, and it just gave me this glow, like literally I could feel it, like literally coming from me. So these things, they do work, and they make you very attractive to the things that you want. Okay, when I say attractive, like magnetic, you start to pull in the things that you want. Okay. So exercising, you know, if you can exercise for 30 minutes a day, between 3 and 5 times a week, 7 times a week if you can do it. And I said it doesn't have to be this crazy workout, vigorous workout. It can be something as you know, as gentle and calming just as walking. And walking is actually, as I said, you can do a walking meditation. Okay, again, Google it, YouTube it, you'll find something where you're just listening and walking and being in the moment. Okay, another one is nature, guys. I absolutely love nature. This is number 5, guys, nature and grounding. Oh, this is great for raising your vibration, especially if you've had a really stressful week, because nature takes energy and transmutes it, transforms it into something more positive, something more neutral. Okay, so if you're feeling super stressed, you know, you've had a really stressful week, Get yourself out into nature and, you know, spend time in nature. And then the grounding is amazing. So that's where you take your shoes and socks off and you just stand bare feet on the soil, in the grass. And again, you walk around or stand still. Again, nature takes that energy, draws it down from your feet and transmutes the energy into something more neutral or more positive. There's even something that you can do with trees. I forgot what it's called, but it's where you cycle the energy back and forth from a tree. And these things, guys, they really work. But if you're not used to this kind of stuff, excuse me, my phone's a bit dry. If you're not used to this kind of stuff, it might sound a bit weird at first. But if you just give yourself time and just practice it without judgment, you know, you really start to connect. I mean, there was a point for me where I've lived facing a park for 20 years. And for the first 10 years of those 20 years, the park did absolutely nothing for me. And I'm a person that I had a really traumatic childhood. I suffered with anxiety and depression for years and years, and I was using drugs and alcohol to self-medicate the pain. But as you know, in the end, it doesn't really work. It just things you're just taking steps back on yourself. And so when I finally got to the point where I was starting to connect with nature, nature has been a massive part of my healing, a massive part of my healing, guys. It was to the point where, you know, there was times I'd go into the park and I would sit down and I would connect with a blade of grass, like a blade of grass. I would connect. I would see such beauty in that one single blade of grass. It's kind of unexplainable, to be fair. So when you go, the thing is about going out into nature is try and learn to connect, because a lot of the time we go out into nature and we're walking and we're just thinking, we're not really connecting, or we're on our phones or whatever. But take your time and, you know, look at the trees, look at the tree trunks, how the patterns are on the tree trunks, look at the colours of the tree trunks, look at the branches and the shapes of them. Like, one thing you will notice, you will never ever see a straight line in nature. There are no straight lines. There's curves, arches and bends. There's no straight lines in nature. So get out and just really notice. Look at the flower. Look at the petals. Look at the colours. It's really soothing. I don't know what it is, but Mother Nature, Mama, she knows what she's doing. So nature's a great one. So as I said, it takes the energy and it transmutes it into something more positive or more neutral. Okay. The next one we need to look at is, that can help to raise our vibration, is food. We can use food to raise our vibration, but a lot of the time we're stuck with eating a lot of this junk food, which does absolutely nothing for us except to make us feel very sluggish. Now, I suffered with food, eating a lot of junk food for years, because I was using food to again, to emotionally soothe myself as a comfort crutch, you know, some type of comfort. And a lot of time it was quite junky. But now I've swapped that round and I've started to give my body foods that nourish my body, that give my body energy. So when you're looking at your nutrition, you need to be asking yourself certain questions, like, basically, are you eating to live, or do you live to eat? What type of food are you giving to yourself? You know, are you eating to live, where you're giving your body the food that it needs? That's like your body's like a car, you know, and you need to put the right petrol in it. So you're not going to put diesel into a petrol car, because you know it's going to be very sluggish, it's not going to run very well. Okay, it's the same with our body. We need to be putting the right foods in it so that we can get the most energy out of our body. So when you're looking at what you're eating, are you aware of what you're eating, or do you eat kind of on autopilot, just kind of yum yum yum, get it down, get it down, get it down? Like, are you being mindful about what's on the plate, about what it's going into your body, how it tastes, the texture, the smells? Are you taking all these things into account? You know, the diet that you give your body, I don't want to call it diet, but the food that you give your body, what kind of message are you sending to your body? Are you sending the message that, you know, you love your body, you honour your body, and that you care for your body, you know? Or are you just filling it with junk, which is just saying that, you know what, I don't really care, basically, is what it's really saying. So look at your nutrition and just be a bit more mindful about the food that you're giving to your body. And if you're not sure about it, then guys, Google it, basic nutrition, what foods are really good for the body, okay? And not only that, it's not only what we're putting in our mouth when it comes to what we're putting in our body, it's what we're taking in with our eyes, what we're taking in with our ears, what we're putting into our mind, what we're watching. You know, be aware of these things, of how we're feeding the body, because it all goes into part and parcel of us showing ourselves that self-love, building up our self-love tank with these self-care acts. Okay guys, it's all part of it, and it's all about being nurturing, being loving, and honouring the body. These are all very feminine type characteristics and energies that we're working with, but as I said, it's about balancing the masculine and feminine energies within. Okay, and when we go inwards, it's a very feminine type acts that we're doing with ourselves, and a lot of people nowadays just don't take that time to go inwards. So this is why I'm encouraging that you just pick a few of them. You don't have to do all of these, because you're not going to get them all in. You know, as I said, I've got a few that are non-negotiable. I have to do every day, which are my prayers, my meditation, and my breath work. And then I'll choose other ones. So on a Monday I might do A and B, Tuesday I might do, you know, C and D, and so that way I'm kind of getting it all in the week, but I'll never get all this in one day. All right, so next one, so I've literally put 4 into this one. So you choose and you break it up and do what either feels good to you, or if you love doing them all, do one in the morning, one in the evening, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, however it works for you, just what works and feels good for you. Okay guys, so the next ones are journaling. Journaling and having a gratitude journal as well, and reading and scripting. Okay, so journaling is like your own personal, I like to call it my own personal doctor or my own personal counsellor, because it's really about getting everything that's in your mind out onto paper. You know, like when you go to the counsellor in the office and you sit on the couch and you just get everything out. Well, we've got our own little personal book where we can journal in this book. And it really is about connecting to those parts of ourselves that yearn to be heard. The parts, those deepest, darkest parts of ourselves that never really get a look in. We don't give it, you know, we don't shine the light there. When we start to journal and we start to go deep and get everything out, now we're creating that space to be able to go deeper. Okay guys, so journaling is absolutely amazing, very powerful. Another one that's really powerful is having a gratitude journal. So whether you choose to write 3, 5 or 10 things per day that you're grateful for is a really powerful practice, because what that gratitude energy does, the universe starts to bring you more things to be grateful for. When you're showing the universe that you're grateful for the things that you've got around you, the universe starts to give you more things to be grateful for. So it could be sleeping in a nice warm bed, that you had hot water to get a shower or bath in the morning, maybe the dinner that you ate last night, you know, the shoes that you can wear on your feet. Start with the little small things. I go as deep as to say even my breathing. I don't take breathing for granted, because naturally we all take breathing for granted. Okay, breathing comes so natural to us, we actually forget that we're breathing. And if you didn't breathe for more than a few minutes, you wouldn't be here. So we really shouldn't take the breath for granted. I call it the magical breath of life, because it is truly magical and it's what gives us life, guys. So just be grateful and have that nice little gratitude journal where you can just have a few little things that that you're saying that you're grateful for every day. Every day is powerful. The next one is reading. So reading is amazing. I spoke about this last week. Reading is amazing for expanding our vocabulary, for building our knowledge. Okay, and you don't have to start with some massive book. Okay, thick books. That if you're not really a reader, start with a small thin book and get through that. And if you're really not into reading, you can listen to audio books. But I don't feel like you get the same, you know, when you're using your eyes to read and taking that knowledge. I feel like you're getting that extra level of probably, I don't know, the body just working to its optimum benefit of reading and taking it in that way. But if you're an audiobook person, do it that way. You're still getting the knowledge, right? And you're still getting to expand your vocabulary. So reading is powerful, guys, very powerful. What else is there? We said scripting. So scripting again is a very powerful practice. And what scripting does is allow you to bring your perfect day into the here and now. So what you do is you sit and you write about what your perfect day would look like from the moment you woke up to the moment you went to bed. what would your perfect day look like? And as you're writing it, you want to include all your senses. So if you said that you woke up in bed in, you know, this beautiful king size bed, you'd feel yourself on that bed, the softness of the pillows, the softness of the quilts over you while you're writing it. You know, you woke up and you went and looked out the window, you know, you've seen the sea and the beach, you know, you'd picture all that, and then you'd picture, you know, the breeze coming in through the window and touching on your skin. Get all your senses involved. You went downstairs, you had breakfast, feel what that breakfast tasted like. What was it you had for breakfast? You know, really get the senses involved of what your perfect day would look like. And that is what scripting is powerful for, because what that does is it starts to trick the brain, because the brain doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a thought experience with the senses involved. It doesn't know the difference. So the more you keep doing that thought experience with all the senses involved, the mind then has no choice but to start bringing it into your physical reality, because it believes that this is what it's going through every day. So it has to start bringing the opportunities in to your physical reality. So it's amazing. Scripting is very powerful. All of those are actually very powerful. So you choose whichever ones, as I say, work for you, and start to include these into your little daily practices, daily rituals, daily habits, whatever you want to call it. You know, doing this helps us to build consistency, which is what we want. We want to be consistent in our practices. We want to keep building it so that they become habits, but they become positive habits, not negative habits, but positive habits, guys. Okay, so we've got 2 left. We're nearly finished. I know this video is going on for hella long, but guys, this information is like super powerful. So the next one that we want to do is affirmations and visualization. Again, these 2 are really powerful. So the visualization is very similar to the scripting, where you visualize the things that you want to create in your life. And again, you're getting all the senses involved, because the brain doesn't know the difference between that experience and the real experience if you're getting all the senses involved. And so it has to bring those experiences into your reality. It really is powerful, guys. It's really weird. I'm looking over here, but I think the camera's there, guys. Bear with me, I'm going to get it. So, and affirmations are super powerful. So affirmations are great for like reprogramming our limiting beliefs. Okay, so if you know that you've got some limiting beliefs, certain things, you can use affirmations to counteract those limiting beliefs. So say if you had a belief that said, I'm not enough, you can say that, you know, I am worthy, or I am more than enough. You start to create these affirmations that turn that self-limiting belief on its head. And by keep repeating these affirmations over and over and over, at some point the brain has no choice but to accept that this is the truth for you, because you just keep saying the same thing over and over again. There was a time where I used to really give up quickly on my affirmations. After about 3 days, I think, oh, this ain't working. Gonna take a bit longer than 3 days, guys. I feel like with your affirmations, you've got to keep going for at least 21 days. And it's got to be, say it in the morning, say them in the evening, put an alarm on your phone where a couple of times throughout the day, you're saying them throughout the day. You've really they've got to be super repetitive for at least 21 days, maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days, hell, maybe even 90 days. Yeah, but it's worth it. 3 months of saying the same affirmation so you can change that limiting belief is hella worth it. Definitely, guys, you've just got to stick to it and be committed to wanting to change those limiting beliefs, okay? And as I said, again, it's just about tricking the brain, okay? So the last one, guys, last but this is not least, I've actually saved the best till last. And this is the best because it's the most powerful, and to be fair, it's a video all in itself, and I will do a video on this topic. I'm just going to skim very softly over the top of it. So what I call it is my goddess practice, okay? For men, it is called semen retention, and it is about that sexual energy that we have within the body. Guys, we know nowadays what we kind of use, even though sex is very, people use it as, you know, I forgot the very freely, I suppose, right? Sex and that energy is something that creates a human being. So it is super, super powerful. Now, what happens when you save that energy within your body and you start to circulate it within your body? It makes you into a very powerful being. It makes you very magnetic again to your desires. And this is why Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, had a whole chapter on sexual transmutation and using that sexual energy, and when you focus it into your business or focus it towards the things that you want, you can focus it and go and work out in the gym and have a highly vigorous workout, because that energy is so potent and it is so powerful. So I do something called a goddess practice, which is really just like excuse me, loving on myself and really circulating that sexual energy within my bodies through my chakras. As I said, it's kind of deep, guys. For guys, it's called semen retention, and it really is about them being able to orgasm without releasing any semen, and that is a practice in itself. It's not easy, because the way people have been trained is that, you know, when they come, they release the semen. But when you learn to not release the semen, guys, that energy is so powerful. And as I said, that is why Napoleon Hill did a whole chapter in his book about sexual transmutation, because that energy is super powerful. As I said, it's what creates babies. So a goddess practice is what I do, and that is actually part of my feminine rituals. It's super important, guys. Okay, so as I said, I'm just skimming over the surface of it. It's a whole video in itself, and one day I will do a video on that, because it's something that people need to know about. I feel like it's something that's been very hidden from us, right? When you're going out there having sex willy-nilly and just releasing that energy, just, you know, boys who are now, and men addicted to porn, who are just, you know, constantly ejaculating and wasting this potent energy, guys, it's a whole video in itself, and it's something that really needs to be touched on. So that's it, guys. There's so many things there for you to choose from. I'm not saying you have to do them all. Go with what feels good to you, okay? And try and start to do something every day that is filling your self-love tank. These are acts of self-care, self-worth that build our self-love tank, fill our self-love tank, sorry. You know, so that we can then, you know, it will then be reflected to us in our outer world. When our inner world is so full with love and self-worth, it then is reflected to us in our outer world, in our business, in our finances, in our relationships. It's reflected to us in every area of our life. Okay, guys, so that is today's video. I really hope it helped you. I hope you got some type of value from that. If you feel like this video is going to help somebody, please share the video with them. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and like. You know, if you're not already in my group, come and join me in my group. Hit me up for my Facebook group. Come and hit me up for the link, and we'll get you in. And if you're joining me on YouTube, guys, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be one of the first ones to be notified when I upload a video. If you love stuff like this, you know, on my channel, we're all about personal growth, evolution, spirituality, law of attraction, you know, personal development, all that stuff, all that good stuff. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves, all right? And I'm going on that journey, and I want you all to come with me. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all soon.